Upcoming intense zombie survival horror games, expected in 2026 and 2027, focus more on survival, limited ammo, and constant pressure instead of fast action. Some aim for realism, while others go for pure horror and atmosphere. Let's get into it.
What are we willing to do to save our children?
Remothered Red Nun's Legacy has players control Susan as she investigates a kidnapping inside a decaying residence near Mount Etna, using stealth, hiding, and limited combat to survive encounters with stalking enemies while searching for clues and key items. The game introduces perception and hypnosis mechanics that allow players to read objects, uncover hidden paths, solve environmental puzzles, and gradually reveal the secrets behind the Red Nun and the disappearance of the missing girls.
With open wings, a moth is ablaze.
Nakwon Last Paradise places players in a ruined South Korean city where they scavenge resources during night expeditions and manage a shelter during the day, combining PvPvE encounters with extraction-based looting as players face both infected enemies and hostile survivors. Gameplay includes crafting, upgrading gear, and making strategic decisions such as hiding, escaping, cooperating, or betraying others, while health, injuries, and stress systems directly affect survival and require careful management. Flesh and Wire is a first-person shooter where players control Angel as she fights through hostile forces and strange entities using a mix of conventional weapons, explosives, improvised tools, and supernatural artifacts that grant unique combat abilities. Gameplay involves clearing varied locations, collecting hidden recordings and messages, and documenting discoveries in a journal, while distorted visions blend memory and hallucination, gradually revealing the events behind the gunmen and the unfolding conspiracy. Silver Pines has players control private investigator Red Walker as he searches for a missing musician in a partially abandoned town, combining side-scrolling movement with combat, puzzle solving, and careful resource management as players fight or avoid enemies while collecting items and upgrades that unlock new paths and previously inaccessible areas. Limited inventory space, varied enemy types, and larger boss encounters require planning, while clues and hidden routes gradually reveal the town's past and the case behind the disappearance. Blight Survival places players in a medieval battlefield where they fight both human enemies and infected creatures, either alone or in co-op with up to 3 others, using directional melee combat along with a range of weapons, armor, and customizable abilities. Missions involve venturing into dangerous zones to gather loot and deciding whether to extract safely or continue deeper for greater rewards. while progression systems and combat mechanics reward careful planning and coordinated teamwork.
On behalf of myself, Mats, Ash, and the team, thank you. Hitting 1.5 million wishlists is a massive milestone. We're incredibly grateful for your support. We're taking the time to make sure that it pays off when the moment comes to put Blight in your hands. When we teamed up with Behavior, we spent a lot of time digging into the original vision for Blight. It quickly became clear that if we wanted to truly do justice, we needed to take a step back and rebuild our core systems from the ground up.
We're designing Blight to be a brutal, visceral game. Combat is meant to be felt, from the first clash to the final deadly blow. These finishes are just one part of our immersive combat system that we can't wait to show you in the future. We've started ramping up on small-scale playtests, so for anyone who's interested in shaping the future of Blight, join us on Discord. Thank you from everyone here at the team of Blight, and we can't wait to see you soon.
Ritual Tides is a first-person game where players control an amnesiac survivor trying to escape a cult on a remote British island, using stealth and movement to avoid enemies while navigating villages, chapels, and coastal areas. Gameplay includes a gaze system that creates constant pressure from an unseen force, limited combat with unconventional weapons, and environmental interaction where locations change based on actions, while story details are revealed through notes, surroundings, and visual cues rather than guided objectives.
It's a simple job for men with nerve.
Cordura is a co-op game where up to 4 players enter shifting Victorian buildings to retrieve resources and escape alive. One player guides the team while others move through procedurally changing labyrinths, using communication and stealth to avoid threats. The game includes a sanity system that alters perception, along with voice-based mechanics where enemies can mimic teammates. Proximity chat affects danger levels, while extraction objectives require coordination under permadeath and constantly changing layouts.
Keep it quiet. We don't know what happens in there, but that place, it twists men.
What are you doing?
Answer. And above all, remember, those places must remain closed. You see, it's a simple job.
Simon, listen to me.
Silent Hill Townfall has players control Simon Ordell as he returns to an island town and navigates it in first person using limited weapons and tools while balancing evasion and direct combat during encounters. A handheld CRTV device is used to detect signals, reveal hidden elements, and assist in tracking threats. Gameplay includes solving narrative-driven puzzles and uncovering clues, with progression tied to exploring locations and gradually exposing the events connected to the town and its past.
I woke up in the water again. But this time it's different. I keep trying to fix what happened. But no matter what I do,
You can't fix it. It doesn't let us change things. You did what you did.
Cryptica puts you in the role of Ari Harper as he searches for his missing sister across Antarctica and nearby regions, using first or third-person perspective to move through locations such as abandoned mines, whaling outposts, and archaeological sites while gathering clues through interaction and observation. A fungus system releases spores that cause visual and audio hallucinations, affecting perception, while story details are uncovered through scattered lore, character encounters, and environmental elements.
This is an SOS from the forward reconnaissance ship Cassiopeia. Our ship has taken...
Directive 8020 takes place aboard the colony ship Cassiopeia after it crash lands on a distant planet where players manage a crew dealing with an alien organism that can imitate humans, creating constant uncertainty during encounters. Gameplay combines exploration of ship corridors, stealth, quick reactions, and use of improvised weapons to handle threats. Player decisions shape events through branching paths, with multiple outcomes depending on choices, while co-op allows control of different crew members during critical situations.
Assistance!
They're right behind me! Open the fucking door!
God, it's alive.
Please! Help us! Get me out of here! Or I'm gonna fucking freeze!
It's fucking burning in here! You can't leave me out here!
Please!
Undead Chronicles places players in 1923 Istanbul as R.J. Edwards, navigating locations like the Imperial Ottoman Bank, underground vaults, and city streets while searching for supplies and clues. Gunplay is slow and precise, with limited ammunition, manual reloads, and a focus on accurate shots to stop enemies effectively. Progress depends on solving grounded puzzles, managing light and power, and exploring without maps or markers, while enemies behave unpredictably and require careful distance control.
This is not a drill. Don't move!
Wait, please! Don't shoot! I don't know what's going on here.
Psycho Dead puts you in control of Elixia, a girl with psychic abilities trying to escape a secret laboratory filled with hostile creatures and stalking enemies. Gameplay combines third-person movement with combat and puzzles, using powers like telekinesis, energy blasts, and barriers to attack, defend, and interact with the environment. Players can choose between direct combat or stealth, while limited resources, backtracking, and exploration of interconnected areas reveal details about the experiments and the facility.
Right now, this place is swarming with creatures. We need to get out of here together, but we'll have to rely on your powers. What was that thing?
Skills are magnificent. Foes should be proud of you. Prove to me you're a true masterpiece.
Shit. Ayolah, masa nyangkut sih?
Agni Village of Calamity places players in the role of Agni, an investigator entering a remote village to search for her missing partner while navigating interconnected areas using a fixed camera perspective, solving puzzles, and gathering clues to progress. Gameplay involves managing resources, choosing between combat or avoidance during encounters, and interacting with the environment to unlock new paths. Story progression is tied to collected evidence and character insights, revealing the events surrounding the village and Agni's personal struggles.
Pak, tenang Pak, nama Bapak siapa? Saya bisa bantu, tapi tolong ceritakan dulu apa yang Bapak...
Sakit, hentikan.
The Twilight Project puts players in control of a tourist trapped in a sealed village, using third-person movement to navigate areas, search for clues, and uncover the history behind the location. Gameplay includes a day and night system where environments shift, with daytime focused on investigation and nighttime introducing hostile creatures and increased danger. Players manage limited resources, set up defenses or safe zones, and solve environmental puzzles while dealing with enemies inspired by regional folklore. Graft places players inside a massive decaying space station where survival depends on combat, resource management, and character progression through RPG systems. A core mechanic allows players to take biological parts from enemies and attach them as upgrades, changing abilities and influencing identity with each modification. Gameplay includes navigating complex areas, interacting with other survivors, forming alliances, and making decisions that affect outcomes, while encounters with hostile creatures and AI-driven threats require careful planning and adaptability. Amigo the Broken Loop puts players in control of Julian as she investigates a corporation linked to her friend's death, navigating distorted environments using first-person movement while solving puzzles and interacting with objects to progress. Gameplay includes using a slingshot with different projectiles for distraction and defense, riding a bicycle to move through areas, and using devices and abilities that alter environments or control time. While progression is tied to uncovering memories and decoding hidden information,
The shadow
Decadent places players in the role of John Lorne, a veteran and occultist traveling through harsh regions like the Arctic while searching for a lost expedition, and his son, using first-person combat with both conventional firearms and altered weapons. Gameplay includes scavenging and upgrading equipment, managing a sanity system that affects perception and stability, and interacting with anomalous zones that offer rewards or dangers, while progression unlocks new tools and areas as players confront various hostile entities.
Look like someone who could use my wares. These are dangerous parts after all.
Huh, well, let me see.
Ah, you have a good eye. Top of the line. We'll blow ahead.
You! Here! Now! No! What have I done? This is not happening. What is this place? Keep it together, Lorne. Find a way out. Finally! Carter, this is not the time. I'm rather busy.
Do not believe what you see.
Bullcrap! We'll get her this time! I won't let you! Let her go! Don't be afraid. You're safe now. I saved you. What the? Tenebris, Maledictum, Aeternum, Mortis, Agni!
Fear of Sleep places players as Roy, a maintenance android navigating a vast underground bunker while searching for answers behind a spreading failure and reaching its creator. Gameplay relies on player-driven discovery without guidance, using multi-purpose tools and weapons for combat, traversal, and puzzle solving. Physics-based interaction allows objects to be manipulated for different uses, while progression depends on observing environments, uncovering hidden information, and adapting to unpredictable encounters with hostile creatures. OD is a project led by Hideo Kojima that uses multiple segments to examine different types of fear through interactive scenarios with contributions from various creators, including Jordan Peele. Gameplay details indicate a mix of perspectives and situations, where players move through confined spaces, react to unpredictable events, and face psychological triggers such as sound and sudden appearances. The structure suggests an anthology format, with each segment presenting distinct mechanics and situations connected by the idea of testing fear limits. The Forest 3 places players on a strange alien environment after a crash where survival involves gathering resources, crafting equipment, and using both traditional and advanced tools to handle threats. Gameplay introduces faster combat against new mutated creatures, along with possible support systems like robotic assistance. Progression includes navigating unfamiliar terrain, uncovering story elements tied to portals or other phenomena, and adapting to new mechanics that expand on earlier systems from the series. The Occultist places players in the role of Alan Rebels, a paranormal investigator searching for his missing father on an abandoned island, using first-person movement to navigate locations while avoiding hostile entities. A key mechanic involves a mystic pendulum that interacts with the environment through multiple abilities, allowing players to uncover hidden elements and solve puzzles. Progression relies on stealth, investigation, and gathering clues tied to occult rituals and the island's past. When Sirens Fall Silent follows Mila, a policewoman investigating a series of kidnappings and murders in 1990s Italy, using exploration and detailed crime scene analysis to gather evidence and connect clues. Gameplay includes dialogue interactions where body language reveals additional information, along with puzzles that test observation and reasoning. Progress depends on interpreting findings and making decisions, while Mila's mental state affects how events and information are understood.
Advance for the nature of this footage.
I am Agni. I'm fine, but I'm scared. I have to read this message to you. Please listen to it. Please. I don't want to die. You must follow my instructions. There's a story that must be told, and truths that need to be revealed. I will choose someone. An officer. She must follow my instructions. She will be my voice, my eyes, my soul. The person who will allow the sirens to be heard once more.
That was shocking to view. Now we will head over live and direct to our correspondent.
We still have no significant updates on this case. The police are yet to release an official statement, though some speculation has emerged about the 21-year-old Moldovan woman who was rescued during this morning's raid. It is believed that this young woman is a victim of sex trafficking. The investigation into the whereabouts of the missing girl, Agni, is progressing with increasing...
Was I good? Yes, I was good, right? When will I get to meet her?
The irony features a mercenary sent to investigate a research facility overtaken by illegal experiments, navigating a 2.5D environment while fighting enhanced enemies using a weapon that shifts between ranged and melee forms. Combat relies on timing, including parries and counterattacks, while survival involves taking mechanical parts from defeated enemies and attaching them as upgrades. Progression depends on combat performance and adaptation, with each modification increasing strength while affecting the character's condition. Resident Evil Requiem features two playable characters, Grace Ashcroft and Leon S. Kennedy, whose scenarios connect as players investigate incidents tied to past outbreaks in Raccoon City and beyond. Gameplay combines combat, puzzle solving, and resource management, with the option to switch between first and third-person perspectives. Progression involves exploring locations, uncovering files and clues, and handling encounters with limited supplies while adapting to different playstyles across both characters. Butcherman places players in the role of a kidnapped victim trying to escape a confined environment, using observation and interaction to search for items, uncover clues, and solve escape room-style puzzles. Gameplay focuses on moving through detailed spaces, examining objects, and piecing together information to find a way out. Progress depends on careful exploration and problem-solving, while increasing pressure and limited options create tension as players work toward escape. Displacement follows a psychologist arriving at a polar station where a mysterious madness has affected the crew, navigating the area in first person while investigating events and managing mental stability. Gameplay combines melee-focused combat with environmental interaction, allowing use of improvised weapons and surroundings during encounters. A dynamic temperature system affects both survival and puzzles, letting players heat or freeze objects, while changes in sanity unlock new abilities and alter how situations are handled.
Where am I? Whoa! Fuck! What the hell is that? Madness. Oh God. I gotta get out of here.
For a walk. You don't understand it yet.
Jesus.
I will explain it. I will show you. Oh, calling, Redeemer of the world, have mercy on us. At your feet, we humbly fall. I was frightened. Just like you are now. But I listened to him. This is paradise! How can't you see that? You don't get it. So there you are.
Cthulhu: The Cosmic Abysses follows Noah, an investigator sent to a deep-sea mining site to examine a disappearance navigating a submerged city while gathering clues with the help of an AI companion. Gameplay focuses on investigation, puzzle solving, and decision-making with branching paths that affect outcomes. A sanity system influences perception as players progress deeper, while environments and encounters become more complex, requiring careful observation and logical thinking to uncover hidden information.
Of a truth so unfathomable, it will rewrite the history of humankind. The Cyclopean ruins we've discovered during our initial exploration are proof that civilizations rose and fell on Earth in its antediluvian past. Our first manned expedition will leave for the city in 2 days' time. We'll set up a base camp from which to conduct our exploration. If the maze is any indication, what we're about to see will change our very understanding of the universe.
Stay back! Stay back! Ah!
See you in 2 days' time.
Perceptum follows a medium investigating a family's disappearance inside a house, using first-person movement to search rooms, gather clues, and solve puzzles tied to the case. Gameplay relies on 2 core mechanics: a mirror that reveals hidden elements and the ability to close your eyes to detect sounds and unseen presence. Progress depends on observation and careful interaction. While shifting environments and sensory changes require players to interpret what is real and uncover the truth, Liminal Point centers on Lyra returning to an island tied to her past, navigating locations such as towns, mansions, and underground areas while searching for clues about her missing bandmate. Gameplay includes managing limited inventory, using a map to plan routes, and dealing with hostile creatures during encounters. Progress relies on solving puzzles, collecting items, and interpreting messages. While shifting environments and psychological elements affect perception and reveal details about past events. I Am Ripper features a forensic investigator working on a series of murders in a 1980s British town, examining crime scenes, collecting evidence, and piecing together clues to identify the killer. Gameplay includes interactive investigation mechanics and decision-making that affects how the case develops, with branching outcomes based on player choices. Progress depends on analyzing findings, handling critical situations, and following leads across multiple perspectives tied to the investigation. Phase 0 takes place in a snow-covered town affected by a spreading illness, where players control different survivors across chapters as they navigate streets and buildings while searching for a way to escape. Gameplay uses fixed camera angles and pre-rendered environments, combining combat, puzzle solving, and resource management. Progress depends on collecting items, avoiding or confronting creatures, and uncovering clues that explain the outbreak and the events affecting the town.
Phase 0.
MINSK features an android exploring abandoned locations in a world covered by toxic fog, searching for resources while navigating vertical city structures with multiple layers. Gameplay includes third-person movement, environmental traversal, and encounters with hostile machines and scavengers. Progress depends on exploring different levels of the city, collecting materials, and uncovering information about the collapse, while interactions between characters influence how events unfold and reveal the connection between survivors. Ill takes place inside a large fort overrun by a mysterious force, where players navigate in first person while confronting unpredictable creatures using a range of weapons that require maintenance and upgrades. Combat is driven by realistic physics, allowing interactions with the environment and affecting enemy behavior, alongside a detailed dismemberment system. Progress involves managing inventory, crafting items, and solving environmental puzzles while adapting to dynamic encounters and changing threats. Psych Rift takes place inside a research facility affected by a psychic anomaly, where players navigate shifting environments filled with traps, mazes, and hostile entities while trying to escape. Gameplay combines movement, stealth, and puzzle solving, with physics-based challenges that require interaction with objects and the environment. Special devices grant unique abilities that assist in progression, while exploration and collected logs reveal details about the experiments and the entity controlling the facility. It Reaches presents a first-person perspective through a police body cam as players control an officer trapped inside an abandoned hospital and its underground areas, searching for clues and a way out. Gameplay combines stealth, limited combat, and puzzle solving, including a breath control mechanic used to stay hidden from enemies. Progress depends on managing scarce resources, avoiding traps, and using the environment during encounters while uncovering information about the events inside the facility.
Who the hell was that?
Oh shit! Stay away from me!
Inner Voices centers on Booker as he searches for answers about his wife's disappearance, navigating dreamlike locations in first person while guided by a constant narrator who influences decisions. Gameplay focuses on movement through surreal environments, solving story-based puzzles, and observing symbols and details to uncover hidden meaning. Progress depends on player choices and interpretation of clues, with multiple endings shaped by how information is understood and how decisions are made throughout the experience. Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival centers on Aiden as he uses a puzzle box to navigate a hellish dimension and attempt to rescue his girlfriend, combining first-person combat with supernatural abilities granted by the device. Gameplay includes fighting cultists and other hostile entities using both conventional weapons and powers tied to the box. Progress depends on solving elements linked to the puzzle box, managing encounters, and moving through interconnected areas while dealing with threats connected to Pinhead.
Sometimes the things we think we need are not all that good for us.
As you say, I have witnessed you, Aiden Lynch. You crave what we offer, your desires so plentiful. Give in to your thirst.
Such delicious torment. It is done. She belongs to the labyrinth now. But perhaps we can come to an arrangement.
What do you want from me?
Aiden Lynch. You will give yourself to our purpose. All that you are. Let us begin.